Hi Virgo, thank you for joining me. Let's read for December 2021. Can you believe it? The year's almost over. Today, Wednesday the 24th, your ruling planet Mercury has left the sign of Scorpio and entered into the sign of Sagittarius. This is important because Sagittarius energy is about growth, expansion, and it's quite a philosophical sign. Your ruling planet in a philosophical sign about expansion, growth, and development is fully focused on your growth, your development, and your expansion. This is a carefree, frivolous sign that's seeking the joy, that's seeking the meaning, that's seeking the bigger picture. And so Virgo, we enter Sagittarius season, we enter December with an objective. It's sexy, philosophical Virgo with the objective of expansion, of growth, of development. Mars, the planet of war, of passion, of authority, is also entering Sagittarius on the 13th of December. And this is great because it picks up the momentum. The emphasis is no longer internal, it's more external. It's about going places you've never been before, speaking to people you've never been spoken to before, trying new things, thinking outside of the box. At the end of this month, Neptune goes direct. It is in the sign of Pisces, and this retrograde phase of Neptune would have had a lot to do with illusionary, dreamy energy, not being very sure of what's going on, or relationships, or even with yourself. It's like a fog of illusion has been lifted. Things in December become a lot more clear, and I think you'll have more of a directed path as to where you want to go. In this season, I strongly suggest that you create a plan, a map, as to exactly where it is that you're hoping to go. If you guys would like to book a reading, head over to the website Rubyreadstarot.com, take a look at the services there, go ahead and book. Guys, I'm going to ask you a really big favor. I have devoted my life, my energy to this, to being of service and to providing authentic and informative and helpful videos, tarot readings that I always pray you can take away something from. I mean, I personally wouldn't feel happy about creating things just every day, like garbage, just for the sake of having something online. That's not who I am. That's not how I work. I am going to ask you guys for a bit of your help. Please hit that subscribe button. Please share with your friends and let people know about the channel. It helps me out a lot and it helps me help you. So, for December, change of cards as you see here. I have the Psychic Tarot by John Holland. This is an oracle deck. I have, of course, the Waite. And I've got the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards by Tori Hartman. Let's kick off with the tarot. And let's all take a deep breath in. Let go for me and relax. Open up, Virgo. Let's read for December, for the sign of Virgo, for the Virgo Collective. Messages for their highest good and the best for everyone involved also. I feel like Sagittarius season for you, Virgo, is going to be one of those signs where you're on the move. I feel like there's a lot of adventure that you're about to have. I do feel like there is this natural expansion that's going to be taking place in your life, because I do believe 2021 has been the year that has taken away from you a lot of things that you may have loved. But it's also given you a new sense of courage, a new sense of direction, and a new sense of focus. Your personal identity, who you are, how you see yourself, even how you feel about yourself has changed in 2021. I have the Page of Swords. Virgo, there's a quick turnaround. There is study and research that needs to be done. There's information coming forward. There's a heavy emphasis on collecting information. I feel like there's also help that's available to you, especially in regards to the Ace of Pentacles, in regards to creating abundance, financial abundance, making money. I feel like you are going to be presented with an opportunity that does require a bit of research on your part, but it is quite swift in movement. It's an opportunity for you to increase your finances. It's an opportunity to grow much bigger than you have previously. There is a lot of money that's available to you in December, and so I do say it's important for you to free up your energy. Get in line with the energy of abundance and stay in that for this month. Jupiter enters Pisces at the end of December. This will give you a lot more free-flowing energy in order to be able to really move around, explore, do things with a lot more freedom. I have the Page of Cups. I have the Ten of Swords. I have the Two of Swords. I have the High Priestess. And I have the Six of Wands. So Virgo, another winning month for you. Well done. There is a heavy emphasis here on things that are being brought to you. You're being given information. You're being brought offers. You're also being given invitations of love. It's all coming to you, Virgo. And I think it's really quite important that you remember that energy is everything. And that if you are to sit into the energy of abundance, you can very confidently wait for it to come to you. It's all about alignment. There's definitely invitations that are coming forward in regards to information, news, could be in regards to job, could be in regards to just generally speaking, things that will help you grow and expand, develop your finances. There's also invitations in regards to emotional senses. I do feel like there's many offers being made to you. I do feel like you are very much on the hot list in December. Philosophical Virgo is the sexiest. And I do feel like you're drawing in a lot of suitors, a lot of new people, a lot of invitations. People want to take you out. People want to go places with you. People trying to share their cup of love with you. You have the choice to decide who it is that you wish to share this love with. Ace of Pentacles. So I need you to think about being in abundance. Having everything that you need, having the bills paid, having the rent paid, having more than enough food in the cupboards, closets, fridge. And then enough to be able to do as you wish, do as you please, come and go as you please. Financial security is a big thing in December, Virgo. Sitting in line with abundance. And there's plenty of guided meditations that you can do on the tubes. Universe agrees. Get into it. There is definitely this sense of having finished out a cycle, having closed out certain chapter. There's a new dawn, Virgo, and I do feel like this is all part of the adventure. I do feel like this is you really quite intently closing out a certain chapter, acknowledging that there's a new dawn, knowing that there's nowhere left that you can go from what's been, what has been, what you've done. It's time to unplug, and it's really time to connect to yourself, Two of Swords. You might have a lot that you have to think about now in regards of where you're taking this new beginning. Either way, it's a good idea for you to plan at the beginning of the month your objectives for the rest of the month. There's a lot happening in the beginning of the month in regards to planets moving around, which makes the potency of your manifestation a little bit stronger. So when I say to you, acknowledge that there is the end of a certain cycle and the beginning of a new dawn, it's perhaps a really good idea for you to make peace with yourself about the things that are taking place in your life, the things that you are deciding to move forward with, the things that you have decided to leave behind, and the things that you are actively deciding to disengage from. Take the hooks and the plugs out, Virgo. And do yourself a little bit of favor. Don't get too caught up in contemplating, especially when there's so many things that are coming in. We haven't had the High Priestess in a while, but the Six of Wands has been something that's been following you around. I think, Virgo, financially speaking, Sagittarius season not only helps you incorporate a more stable financial plan, But I do feel like money seems to be on a really big wave at the moment. And so falling into an abundant winner mindset, as much as you might feel like is imposter syndrome, is all part and parcel of the manifestation process. You have to find the things to be victorious about. And you have to be very aware of your personal victories. This person knows that they're a winner. They know they're a champion. That's why they're being celebrated. It's funny that he's on the horse. Pegasus energy, Virgo. You're being asked to fly quite confidently. Not to get too focused on contemplating, overthinking, analysis paralysis. Take all of that frustration energy and apply it to your study. Apply it to your prayer, apply it to your meditation, apply it to connecting to a higher source. Your bliss and your joy will be very separate. The things that you do with lusty motives versus the things that you do that bring you true, joyous contentment. You have to decide where you put your energy in December, because it's very black and white, it's very simple, it's very clear. You're either winning or you're either stuck. You're either doing what it takes to be on this horse victorious, or you're still stuck in stagnating loops that you know you have to move on from. And so a bit of a higher study, a bit more of a philosophical approach to yourself, what your wants are, what your needs are, what your desires are, who you truly are. You are being asked to study yourself a lot more. Get very, very much familiar with the things that you know are good and bad for you, as well as being quite proactive to sit in your study, to make time for your study. Study what exactly? Study yourself, Virgo. Study what makes you happy. Study what brings you peace. Study what makes you feel like a champion. Let's get some Psychic Tarot Oracle cards from John Holland for Virgo. The Virgo Collective for the month of December 2021. For the sign of Virgo, the Virgo Collective for December 2021. Let's get some oracle messages for the sign of Virgo, Virgo Collective, universe and mental conflict. So I'm going to stick this with the mental conflict. There is decisions, I guess, you have to make, Virgo, and I think a lot of that has to do with a new beginning. Closing out certain chapters, knowing that you're not who you were, and that it is really quite important for you to perhaps acknowledge that the harder you are on your mind, the less you're actually getting done. And it's about taking that frustration, taking that conflict out and creating something productive with it. Because worry and frustration is not productive. If anything, it's counterproductive. It goes against your abundance. So if your confidence is what really needs to be worked on, solar plexus, I think solar plexus work, crown chakra work, but more than anything, it's your study, Virgo. It's you covering the bases that makes you pull yourself out of a mental conflict. And it's when you're dragging around certain ghosts, certain past experiences that don't serve you anymore. Get very clear in your mind, Virgo. The universe. It's pretty safe to say that you are on this journey, Virgo, that I think you know things are really changing for you, and I think you know that things are perhaps not going to be the same as they were. And the universe is kind of pulling you to one side right now and saying, hey, I really need you to quiet all of this mental conflict, and I really need you to listen, High Priestess, to your intuition and your better knowing. And if you believe in your victory, and if you believe in your abundance, and if you believe that you are worthy of these things, then they are truly yours. because that's how the universe works. It's your vibration. It's your mind frame. And so this season, you are being asked to work on your mind frame and on your vibration and to show up as a champion and to show up as a winner. You end this year, Virgo, very aware of your successes because if you've put the work in, it shows up. And the work is your work. It's nobody else's work. It's your work. Nobody can hand you the key. It won't make sense. If they do, figure it out, Virgo. Balance. It is party season, and I'm sure there are a lot of distractions, but I do want hope, Virgo, that not only do you drink a lot of water this season, but you do remain quite balanced in your actions. Love begins. Wow. Virgo, love begins. So let it. Love begins and love wants in and love wants you. And I think you want love too. And I think it's really quite important to say that if you want love, there's nothing wrong with wanting love as long as you're not making it the be-all and end-all of everything, and you need that person's time all the time, or you need that person's codependent input in your life. No, this is love from a more balanced kind of universal place. It is the two people coming together. It is the Ace of Cups, and it is the cup overflowing. Renewal. Wow, Virgo. There is work that you need to do, for sure. But I think if anything, you leave this year, you leave 2021 renewed, abundant, victorious, and most likely with a new love. And if you're already married, if you're already paired, this is perhaps a new love within the love, the new phase of love within the love. So do work on your partnerships. Renewal. It's creating a sense of newness within yourself. Sun energy. If you wish to feel new, if you wish to be born again, if you wish to feel a new Virgo, now is the time for it. Focus on your rebirth. Focus on your wins. Focus on this love that's wishing to start for you. There is a heavy emphasis on meditation, self-reflection, quiet study, victim, and a very strong need for you to step out of a victim mentality mindset. You are not a victim. We are co-creators of this life, and if you choose to be victorious, you will be. And if you choose to be a victim, you absolutely will be. Mysticism and Creation. Okay, wow. The High Priestess card is mysticism for me. Ace of Pentacles and the universe is creation also. Virgo, I think that this month is really going to pull you not only inside, but it's going to take you on a whole different level of mysticism, of intuition, of personal study, more so than ever. And so you end this year very creative, very productive, very much aware that if you create, if you take your energy and put it towards something external, you create something that has the possibility to live forever. And we spoke about this infinity symbol on the maiden because the strength card kept coming up for you recently. And that infinity symbol means I am going to live forever. I am infinite. If you can tap into the universe, if you can really tap into your mysticism, this high priestess energy, if you can really begin to renew after knowing that there are certain cycles that have just closed out and you're not that same person anymore and you've changed and things are different, times are different, you are different, and there's nothing to be in conflict or even doubtful of yourself about when it comes to this. You are not a victim, you are a co-creator. And if the universe has put you in a situation where it's time now for you to change, renew, rebirth, Pegasus, do it with confidence. And I do feel like a lot of this energy that's going to be coming off of you, Virgo, has a lot to do with you being free again. The Pegasus is free. Sagittarius is free. There's no limitations. Get very in tune and very aligned with your purpose, your spiritual practices, your religious practices, the things that bring you peace and bring you contentment. This is what's really going to help you in this season. The High Priestess is studied. She's well versed. She knows about life. There's no phasing her. There's no shaking her. She's about it. And so Virgo, you might really need to be about you. Love begins, and I just think that's so awesome. It's so nice to know, Virgo, that finally the love that you deserve, the purpose of all of this work, the reason, the meaning behind all of it is finally appreciated by somebody who wants to take you and claim you and make you theirs. So Virgo, in this season, if you hear I want you, I wouldn't be surprised. But more so than anything else, Virgo, you got to want yourself. You got to want yourself bad enough to be able to allow this riding off into the sunset. And so, even though love may begin and there's all this fun creation and all of this like mysticism and study and passion projects and renewal and all the rest of it, Virgo, I really want you to trust the universe this time. And want you first. Want the wins, want the joy, want the victory, want all of it. Because it's literally there for you to take. It's yours for the taking. It's yours for the making. Go and find what it is that brings you exactly what you want. Go travel the world, go explore, get on your feet, get moving, create the energy, and then share that love with everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys would like to book a reading, visit rubyreadstarot.com. All of my love to you. Happy December, my angels. Mwah!